The House Republicans just rolled out their new budget. Actually, what they rolled out it wasn't the budget details, it was the budget principles. This is not the actual, here's this, and this, but it's a general overview of it. It partly privatizes Medicare. Isn't that brilliant? See, I keep telling you, the Republican Party has two kinds of people in it, rich people and suckers. That's it. So the rich people are saying, come on, let's squeeze the suckers a little harder. You know, those suckers who vote Republican, yet they're on Medicare. Those suckers who vote Republican, yet they're on Medicaid. Those suckers who vote Republican, yet they're getting Social Security. Let's screw them. Privatize Medicare, turn Medicare grants, repeal the Affordable Care Act. Hey, it only added 16 million people to the number of people in the United States who have access to health insurance now, thus access to health care. Let's just say to hell with those 16 million people. Congressman Tom Price, the Republican of Georgia, is the new Paul Ryan. And he's putting this thing together for them. The President of the United States pointed out that this Republican budget, it cuts back on money for Pell Grants, it cuts back on educational funding. He says, I can tell you that if the budget sequester level funding, which it does, by the way, if the budget maintains sequester level funding, then we would actually be spending less on pre-K to 12th grade in America's schools in terms of federal support than we were back in 2000. It was 15 years ago. He says the notion that we would be going backwards instead of forward and how we're devoting resources to educating our kids makes absolutely no sense, says the president. Well, of course it makes no sense. This is Republican land. It's designed to benefit the billionaires and screw the suckers. It's pretty straightforward. The House Republican budget says that they're going to reach a $13 billion surplus in 2024. Right. We have a $14 trillion, $15 trillion debt, and we're going to hit a $33 billion surplus. That's like 33 cents on the $100. And by the way that the Republicans say that they're going to have a $33 billion surplus is by assuming, making up magical numbers, that $147 billion in increased growth activity is going to come about in the United States as a consequence of their cutting taxes and cutting regulation. Well, okay, in Kansas, they cut taxes and cut regulation. In California, they raised taxes and strengthened regulation. How'd that work?